Good afternoon, everyone. As Peter stated, I'm a business development manager at Alstom. Just started this year, so be easy on me. So today I'll be briefly touching on just a general overview of Alstom, our footprint in Texas, and then the main topic of the presentation, moving into the Velia high-speed trains. So overview of Alstom, we are a French company with just under 85,000 employees. We have a global footprint with a strong local focus. In the Americas, we have just over 15,000 employees. We have over 150,000 commercial vehicles in service, and we are located in 64 countries. Some of the footprint in the U.S., you can see there's various types of vehicles scattered all throughout the U.S. Some of the ones pictured are the Sounder in Seattle, Metra, the Amtrak Superliner in the center, TRE at the bottom in Texas, obviously, the Amtrak Liberty that we'll be going into, the CT-DOT single-deck vehicles, 60 of those, the New Jersey Transit vehicles, and the recently awarded SEPTA streetcar vehicles in Philadelphia, which we will be delivering 130 of those. So not only is Alstom a rolling stock provider, a lot of people don't know that we also are the largest private rail operator in the U.S. Some of the noteworthy transit authorities on the screen are Metrolinx, MARC, and Sunrail. In addition to those, we also operate and maintain MBTA and Go Transit. Also, a large part of our business is the airport people movers. So we operate 14 of the major airports in the U.S. We move over 100 million passengers a year with over 40 plus years of safe travel operations. 99% of that time is on-time performance. So Alstom in Texas, we already have a strong footprint in Texas as well. It's only fitting that we're here. We have over 100 suppliers located within the state. 5 cities are using our solutions, and we have just under 100 employees located here. Pictured here are the George Bush Intercontinental Airport Skyway, the DFW, APM, Airport People Mover, and TRE. So going into further segue into Texas. So there's many future projects, and again, we're going to stay on the positive note for some of these upcoming procurements. So Dallas with their light rail, Austin as well, some commuter expansions for TRE in Austin, Texas high-speed rail is already mentioned before, and the Amtrak long-distance intercity trains, or Amtrak long-distance, sorry. This map here, obviously, I think this maybe it's been shown probably a half a dozen times now, which I think is a testament to its importance. So Amtrak long distance is critical to connecting the U.S. Specific to Texas, you have the Sunset Limited connecting New Orleans to Los Angeles, as well as the Texas Eagle connecting Chicago and San Antonio. So With those lines, there's also the long-distance expansion, which is very exciting. The bi-level we see is critical as being a catalyst for efficient capacity and accessibility. It's a way to redefine the customer experience, the rider experience, and I believe the speaker last evening also mentioned that the study at the beginning of this year, the long-distance study, had a suggestion of even 9 more lines in Texas. So it's very exciting to see that develop in the future. So the main topic of today's presentation is the Avelia high-speed train. So as some of these topics have already been touched on, there's many benefits of high-speed rail when you're in that 200 to 300 mile sweet spot for distance, and under the 600 miles kind of maximum where it doesn't make sense for rail and more sense for plane. You get a lot of these benefits, and you see them already happening in countries and cities that have high speed. So affordable housing, obviously connecting major cities, a different option for travelers other than some of the conventional ways of traveling, and the obvious reduction of highway traffic. So some of Alstom's Avelia key facts. A lot of these are pretty impressive. So half of the world's high-speed fleet is currently running with the Avelia technology. Again, over 40 years of experience. There's over 22,000 trains with this technology running worldwide. And again, the most recent countries that have had the new technology is the U.S., Morocco, and Korea. So some of the global footprint here with the Avelia technology is Avelia Horizon in France, which the Avelia Horizon is the only high-speed double-deck train in existence. We also have the Avelia Liberty, obviously, coming into the U.S. 21 of those 28 train sets have been delivered, and as it's been stated, we hope to see that in service very soon. Some other noteworthy countries: Spain, Morocco, Sweden, UK, China, and Italy. Oh, there we go. So the Avelia Liberty, some key facts on the screen there. So specifically for Amtrak, the Avelia Liberty is designed to have a max service speed of 186 miles an hour. The Avelia platform in general it can run up to 220 miles an hour. The Avelia Liberty is a 9-car consist. It is expandable, which we'll see a picture in a slide in a couple slides. 386 passengers, again, that can be expanded by 3 train sets to expand those seats. So it is combined versatility and efficiency. It can run on mixed tracks. It has a reduced journey time with the tilting train. So with the infrastructure of the Northeast Corridor, it's able to maintain the higher speeds by tilting into the turns. And it does have an ability to have different concepts fairly easily based on its compact traction. The keys of the Avelia technology is the rider comfort and accessibility, and it is, it tries to protect itself from obsolescence and future proofing for further expansion. Again, the base train is nine vehicles in that train. It's expandable to 12 cars in that train. So you see the 3 additional cars added in there, so 150 additional seats that are available. Again, it is able to run up to 220 miles an hour, the family in general. So it can be upgraded with no major changes. It's very fluid as far as you can move a cafe car in different places in the consist fairly easily depending on the application. Here pictured is the Avalia on the Northeast Corridor track, and on the right you can see it's a fairly good-looking train in my opinion. Is testing in Pueblo. It's had over 90,000 test miles, I believe, at the moment. Here are some pictures of the interior. So the sleek design throughout, passenger comfort, again, as reiterated before. Very ergonomic operating desk. You can see there was actually 12 engineers from Amtrak that went over to operate the TGV in France, and a lot of those features from the TVG in France were incorporated into the operator station of the Avalia. So one of the key wins of this project was obviously making this Buy America train. A lot of that had to do with a huge transfer of technology from Europe to the U.S. That's not only the knowledge, but the manufacturing know-how, training the skilled workers, building a complete supply chain from the ground up. So it was quite an extensive feat, but right now 18 sites in Europe and now the U.S. are involved in the Avalia development and manufacturing. So pictured here is our rolling stock manufacturing facility in Hornell, New York. This is where the Liberties are produced. It is the largest manufacturing site for rolling stock. The top left-hand corner is one of the cars on the assembly line. So what has the Avalia brought us for high speed in the U.S.? We have 170 local U.S. suppliers for high speed, 230 million in DBE spend. Across 27 states is the supplier base, and then the density by state there, the heaviest in New York, but Texas is also a darker red there. So what's been done and what needs to be done for high speed? We've already transferred the technology, again, that we went through from Europe to the U.S. That's the first check. Second is the development of the U.S. knowledge and the workforce in the U.S. That's been done. Again, we've already delivered 21 of the 28 train sets, and the establishment of the U.S. supply chain, so that has been done. What's needed to keep this ball rolling for high speed in the U.S. is the firm commitment to Buy America. It's the viable pipeline of 3+ years. We see these projects out here, and we know it is a possibility. But again, there's a lot of steps to continue this in the U.S. And then the continuity of production and planning, and be able to maintain that supply chain and skilled workforce. Again, Texas high speed, I won't get into it too much. I think it's been talked about, but it really is one of the best case scenarios and perfect candidate for high speed in the U.S. with that 200 to 300 mile sweet spot of distance between two cities with the density, and just wanted to reiterate the fact that this technology already does exist in the U.S. and the supply chain is ready to be mobilized here in the U.S. And here we'll show a short video. I apologize, there's no sound, but it's just some of the key facts of the Acela trains, as well as the top facts. And you get to see the trains on the tracks. And that's that was the double deck shown. That's the only double deck high speed in existence in the world. That's the equivalent of around 357 miles an hour. So that concludes my presentation. I'd be happy to take any questions or go to the chat room if that's easier.